This was a vital game for Illawarra tonight. Dean Schifoletti takes his side out to be met by a tremendous crowd. 17,500 is approximately the ground record. They won't be there tonight, but not far from it. Let's have a look at the team that will represent the men in red tonight. Riolo at the back. Wishart, Rodwell, McGregor, Britton. Fritz, Simon. It's the old half 5/8 combination. Waddell, Schifoletti, Goldspink, Linda, Pincinelli and Cross. And Little Artie, Graham Murray is the coach. Cold day, not such a bad night. And the Dragon Army, they've come, they're the neighbouring club almost. They've come in their thousands. They could be back on top of the league table at the end of tonight. They've played one less than joint leaders Canterbury. And look at them, they're really packed in. And that is over against the banks, really, of the Pacific Ocean, or as Fatty Vaughton once called it, the Wollongong Ocean side of the ground. They are really crammed in like tuna. Waiting for St George to come out. Illawarra on 8 points. In this match, Peter Sterling, they must win.
There's 3 points out of the 5 at the moment, Ray. Just in that danger zone. They really must maintain contact with those leading sides. Been disappointing the last 3 games. Of course, our last time we saw them was against Brisbane, where they had enough of a lead to win 2 or 3 matches, but fell apart late. The likes of Bob Linder back in the side there from State of Origin duty. McGregor and Wishart, it's big ask for these players to come back from state duty. They still have a very, very strong side.
They met 3 times, Illawarra and St George last year. St George won all 3. Here they come, the Dragons. Michael Potter takes them out. A little raspberry from the home crowd. They weren't happy with the delaying tactics. But this corresponding clash last year was a beauty. One of the games of the year. There's the team for the Saints. Potter, Heron, Coyne, Bradley, Donnelly, Smith, Goldthorpe, Priddle, Brown. He comes in for Wayne Collins, Tierney, Barnhill, Goulet and Mackay. Brian Smith is their coach. There's young Brown. Apparently some of the big management companies think that he's very marketable. Nathan Brown, a youngster, one of the young lions of rugby league. Tonight's referee, Stephen Clark. Yes, St George ended, I think, an 11-match winning run for the Steelers in this corresponding game last year. Saints kick off. Brad Mackay is playing with 15 stitches in his mouth from a State of Origin injury. Neil Pincinelli is the first Steeler to get a touch of the ball. Goldspink takes it out. St George away to a great start tonight with the lower grades. They won them both. 21-18 reserves, 22-16 the President's Cup. They cut it a bit fine. But the first grade have gone out there knowing that the lowers are already in the winner's circle. And joining us on the sideline, the big fella, Steve Roach.
Yes, Ray, pretty cool down here, as you can imagine. There's no breeze favouring anyone. We're just talking about Brad Mackay's injury of 15 stitches in the mouth from the State of Origin. I think the St George side have gone to rest him. We've heard a whisper. Jeff Harding will be used a lot in this game.
Thank you, Steve. Here's Bobby Linder with a big run early. 15 metres of ground, taking them into the opposition territory. This backline raid has taken them back to their own side of halfway. Played by McGregor. Some thought he was quiet in the first half of the Origin. He won't be quiet tonight. Cross. Tackle right on halfway. Simon, his kicking game, vital to the prospects of Illawarra. Potter. Simon leads the race down the ground, puts them all onside. Good kick and chase. Oh, Donnelly taken underneath by Simon, and a big hit by Waddell. That's inflamed the situation. Touch judge in.
The penalty has already been awarded for pushing, but that's not why the touch judge is in. He's seen something untoward in the tackle from Steve Waddell. Tony Smith reacted. A big shot put on Donnelly here.
Well, I can't see anything wrong with it from that shot.
Oh, what about those 8 forearm jolts?
I'm talking about Waddell's tackle, do you mind?
Yeah. What about now?
Have a look. What about that one?
What's that arm doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good on you, Ray. How old are you?
Mackay finding the line. What went on the ground, I agree with. The original tackle was fine. Tierney.
Tierney.
Still a bit of spite early in the game.
Showing a little bit of an elbow there, Tierney, out of antagonism. And the referee getting in the middle of this. He's got to control this now. Some feeling on both sides. They know how important this fixture is. And Brett Goldspink being called out, the rival number 10.
Natives not happy. St George, another penalty, almost back-to-back with that previous incident. Goldthorpe, Mackay. Goldthorpe is wide to the right. They come left. Oh, Goulet!
Forward pass.
Beautiful pass, but it's forward.
There's a nice move there by St George. Cut out 2 or 3 players, the long pass to find Goulet. Beautiful pass this from Brown. And he came from behind the line, the Penguin, in Graham Bradley, but the pass did go forward.
You saw Wishart there staying out on his winger. That was opened up by the cutout pass. And Brad Mackay, and though as Steve Roach pointed out, may get a rest tonight. His involvement early in this game has been outstanding. Here he is going into Waddell. He hit Paul McGregor early in the game with the best high tackle, or ball and all tackle you've ever seen.
This is McGregor, 20 out from his own line. Timing was off there for Bob Linder. One of the Saints is down in the back play, injured.
I think it's Mark Coyne, Ray. Well, he might have copped a boot up around the head area on the last. It goes back to John Cross, gets a torpedo in, but Potter in good position.
Wrapped up by Neil Pincinelli is Michael Potter. 8 metres St George's side of halfway. This is Bradley. Priddle. Tierney. Goulet again. This time they smother the ball. Goldthorpe sending it into the air for Riolo. This is Fritz, the 5'8". Good yardage. Rodwell forced back under a good tackle by Goulet. Simon, Linda. Pincinelli just working on the edge of the ruck, hoping something presents itself, but Goulet has been very strong in the opening exchanges, particularly in defence. Potter. 22 out from their own line. Goldthorpe away for Bradley. Pincinelli low, cross over the top.
And even though that didn't make much ground, it's good play from a kick. Next play to go to centre field. It opens up some options. We see St George centre field now can go either side of the field, and that's spread for defence.
Here's Mackay. Evasive work by Goldthorpe, a shocker by Tierney, picked up well by Goulet, flicked out the back for Bradley. Why they're playing that style of football, their own end of the park, is beyond me. Now the ball is lost in the play of the ball, and the Steelers work for the mistake and get it.
Yeah, Illawarra's defence, Graham Murray's got them fired up tonight. They've come out with a lot of sting, a lot of whisker in their defence, and they're forcing mistakes from the St George side. They're coming up in the one line, covering all of St George's attacking qualities, and they're going very well. Great start for the Steelers.
Played by Heron. Barnhill. Simon couldn't wrap him up. Coyne is to play the ball. Potter out from dummy half. Goldthorpe saying, I want it. Here he is. Smith. Left foot kick down the ground. Riolo comes across 20 metres out from his own line. Crosses the 30. Wrapped up by Bradley. Britton across the ground before he tries to straighten. Skiffaletti, a dummy half. McGregor storming up over the halfway mark. Skiffaletti goes right for Linda. Linda gets a pass away. Britton to play it. 28 out from the line. Skiffaletti, long ball. Pincinelli, longer pass for Rodwell. Rodwell taken. Good defence, Mark Coyne. 5 tackles gone. Simon goes for a drop goal. Doesn't look too bad. It's a goal. It's a field goal for John Simon from a long way out. 40 metres out. Illawarra leads St George 1-0. I thought the final of that was over earlier today. 1-0, the Steelers lead the Dragons. Welcome back to the Steelers Stadium. What a strange scoreline.
Well, not a bad tactic either by John Simon to get at least a point on the board. It's been 0-0 till then, and could have gone either way, but Illawarra, both sides are starting to look very good with the football in their hands. They're both making good metres. Both teams are willing to throw the ball around and give it some air, but Illawarra, to my way of thinking, they're hitting the ball on the advantage line a lot better than the Saints are, through the likes of Lindner and Waddell.
You do get the impression it might be the kind of a game as a mistake made out wide by Rod Wishart. It's the kind of a game where 1 point may well be very crucial down the track. I'm sure we're going to see points scored in this second half. The style of the game that we've seen in this first half demands that. 1 point may just separate these teams after 80 minutes.
Well, that wasn't such a good pass from Paul McGregor inside his own 20-metre line for Wishart, but Wishart will probably say that he was entitled to catch it. Now Saints, they go on the attack. Run around between Coyne and Smith. Coyne playing it. Potter's the dummy half. Receiver is Bradley. 15 away from the line. Nobody on the blind side, really. Goldthorpe. They come back to the centre. Barnhill turns it inside for Smith. Acting half Brown. Tierney. Straight at them. 8 metres out. Brown from dummy half. He might have used the referee. He's under the post and it's a try. Try for young Nathan Brown. Right under the posts. Saints lead 4-1.
Yeah, nice play by Brown. See, when he got it from dummy half, he hesitated. When he hesitated, so did the rest of the Illawarra defence, and that allowed him some momentum to get over that try line through 3 tackles. Great effort, Nathan Brown.
Well, I described him earlier as one of the young lions of the game, and he's been able to steal a try for St George. It's been so tight. We've seen Simon going for a drop goal to break the deadlock. There has been a bit of yardage around the ruck, and young Nathan Brown has picked it up 5 metres and under the posts. Thought for a moment he might have used the ref as a professional shepherd, which often is the case. It wasn't so evident on the replay though. Heron from right in front. No problems, and St George lead by 6 points to 1. Friday night football. Welcome back to the stadium here at Wollongong. Wishart with the restart. Michael Potter. Barnhill.
And you look at that try, Ray, and you come back to the mistake made by Illawarra, only 12 metres from their own line. It's all right to throw the pill around, but look, in that area, you've got to be a little bit careful, especially when you haven't got the numbers out wide, as Goulet goes up the middle. Sideline comment, Steve Roach.
Yeah, it's the two State of Origin players that are leading the way for their sides. Bob Linder with his strong charges. And just before you mentioned the loose ball, Brad Mackay was the person who dived on the football for St George.
Tierney. Right up to the halfway line they are. Brown. Goldthorpe. That's come off the hands of Illawarra. Waddell takes it. Just as well he did. They would have come up with 6 more, St George. Simon. And a knock on. So things are running St George's way now. John Simon getting out from dummy half. And not having control of the football. He might have got a bit of help from Goldthorpe. Talking of Goldthorpe, he comes away from the scrum base. Ducks under the tackle of Cross. Potter. Brown. Mackay. Tierney. Straight over the top of them. Oh, he's a steamroller out of control, the big fella. He's over the line. Is he? No, he's short. Tempted for a double movement. Brown knocked down by Rodwell. Penalty goes to the Saints. They're all offside.
And if Rodwell doesn't knock the ball down, it's a try out wide. He knew that he had to get it down. They had a 4-man overlap out there. They must take the points now. I think it was Rodwell who came up with the try saver on Tierney. He got through the first line very easily. And he got out there early. Nobody out wide for Illawarra. Nice little touch up there from Priddle as well.
The big break from Tierney ran straight over the top of Goldspink. One-on-one tackle. Ordinary effort by Goldspink. And he took a nice tackle from behind by Rodwell to cut him down about 3 inches out from the line. From there, the penalty. And Ian Heron now lining up a goal kick. Blocker.
And it is Brett Goldspink who's been replaced there, Fatty. His place has been taken by David Welsh, a hard-running Illawarra front rower.
I'm sure if it was Rodwell who did make that try saver, it might have been Skiffaliti. They're both in headgear. Rodwell going over to the left of play. I thought the tackle player got up to the right. So whoever it was a big job because Tierney looked certain to score.
Heron taking a penalty shot. 15 out, not too far off centre. Strikes it straight between the uprights. So St George goes further in front. 8 points to 1.
And the first interchange of the night. David Walsh has gone on in jersey 41 for Illawarra. Brett Goldspink has come off. And that's going to be something that both coaches are going to look at. Trying to use very intelligently with these State of Origin reps backing up. They're going to be looking to give them a break at some stage, but it hasn't involved them in the first one.
Potter carries the football back outside the 20-metre line. Barnhill got a bad pass from dummy half. Goldthorpe. Short ball for Mackay. Goldthorpe again. Brown causing them some problems out of dummy half. Goldthorpe. Riolo underneath it on his own 20-metre line. Wishart. Linda. Skiffaletti. Everything that Linda has done tonight has been stamped with quality. Simon away for McGregor. Simon. That'll find the line, 15 metres away from St George's goal line. Eight points to 1. Try for Nathan Brown. 2 goals for Ian Heron. 1 field goal for John Simon for Illawarra.
And only 8 minutes out from half-time now. Illawarra keen to put some points on the board, as Ray pointed out. Every now and then the wind does come up, and when it does, it favours the side running from left to right.
Tony Smith. Brittle. Bradley. Had a great battle with McGregor tonight, has Bradley. Barnhill. Attracting the respect that he deserves to Barnhill. Here goes Brown again from dummy half. Skiffaletti in a bit of trouble in back play. Potter. David Riolo to come back. This is Britton. Skiffaletti still down in back play. Pincinelli. Simon. Second man play. This is Walsh. Simon. And the penalty goes to the Steelers. George inside the 5. 32 metres out, they'll take a shot from right in front.
St George there, ruled to be inside the required distance, and this is an important kick for goal. Would make the score 8-3, and that would take them inside a converted try, as Dean Skiffaletti still down, getting some attention. He went through very quickly, was left standing on the ground after Nathan Brown had made a run. Craig Izzard warming up the shoulders. He's on the interchange bench for the Steelers as well. So some new players looking to get into the action.
The referee then was back about 10 metres, and the St George players were inside him. The International Rugby League Board are meeting in a couple of weeks to talk about that particular rule, and the Australian Rugby League chairman Ken Arthurson wants to make it a 10-metre rule instead of a 5. I think that's a good thing. Get some uniformity and get all the players back 10 metres rather than have them 5, 7 or 8. Let's get them all back 10.
Wishart now from directly in front. 33 metres out. Again, he's offline, Wishart. He was able to force it dead, however. So the Steelers will get the football back. Mackay with the 22-metre dropout. Straight to Jonathan Britton. Simon.
The times that Illawarra look most dangerous is where they get a charge down this right-hand side close to the ruck area. We've seen Bobby Linder bust there on a couple of occasions. Paul McGregor and Brett Rodwell also looking to do the same thing. They've been fairly well contained when they've gone to the back line, and there you see a lack of communication and discipline. John Simon makes half a break, but Skiffaletti was looking to move the ball wide, nobody else was.
Pincinelli out the back and away from Fritz to McGregor. That's another good tackle by Bradley. Riolo at acting half, away for Simon to go to the air. Taken by Heron, who got good cover from Mark Coyne.
Well, I don't know whether it was good cover or not. I think Coyne actually changed direction to go and deliberately shepherd the man catching the ball. I'm going to give a penalty as Scott Goulet comes up with the mistake there.
There's no doubt about it, Peter. Mark Coyne did change direction, ran straight at Wishart.
Here we see, as we freeze it there, now watch this player. That's Mark Coyne. Wishart's the man coming through. There's the man catching the ball as play continues. Mark Coyne has got no interest at all in trying to catch the football. Should have been a penalty for the Steelers.
McGregor. Simon. Schiavoletti out wide. Long pass out for Riolo. Saints defence proving impregnable. Cross. Simon. Waddell. Potter's a mile in front of the oncoming defence. Now Donnelly's 15 out from his own line. Saints have slowly but surely got their game together. They're making some stupid mistakes early on, coughing the ball up in their own area, but they've put that behind them. And they lead by 8 points to 1. And now they make a mistake just as we're giving them a rep. Scrum will go down.
So they've got one last opportunity now, a couple of minutes before half-time for Illawarra to get a try on the board. Basic fundamental errors coming into the game here. Priddle took his eye off the ball, hit him on the chest, and away it went to Illawarra. They've got in the centre of the field this scrum, chance to attack either side.
Long pass, order of the day for McGregor. Tries to get outside Bradley, but that big centre from St George has done a big job. Linder, he didn't get the ball when he wanted it. It took a bit of the sting out of his run. Schiavoletti for Simon. Pincinelli out wide. Flicks it out the back. Riolo picks it up. Waddell turns it back. Simon has to clean it up. Plenty of passing, but they lost 15 metres. Walsh. Schiavoletti, half-time siren sounding in the background. Simon, long ball. McGregor tries to get a one-hander away, but loses it. And that will be half-time. St George leading Illawarra 8 points to 1. We'll take a break and be back with Peter Sterling and Paul Vaughton in just a moment. Welcome back to the Steelers Stadium with St George leading over Illawarra 8 points to 1. And on the board there, the statistics out of the first half with Peter Sterling. Let's have a look at them.
I'd venture to say that they're probably the closest set of statistics we've seen in the many matches we've covered this year. Really the only difference is down the bottom, the missed tackles. 12 to Illawarra, 7 for St George, and a couple of more handling errors for the St George team. But overall, very, very close. Although we said there were quite a few mistakes, the conversion rate of holding the ball through to their 6 tackles is very high. Both done it on 9 occasions.
Wishart kicks off to get the second half underway. Illawarra with plenty of work to do. St George have just got to keep it going. Let's go down to Blocker and see if he's been able to get anything out of those dressing rooms at half-time.
Yeah, we could only get near the Illawarra dressing room. Brett Skolspink has come back on the field to replace Steve Waddell. In the St George room, they're pretty happy with their first half. They'd like to see them improve their kicking game. Don't force or throw silly passes, and a big effort because they're going to make some changes from their forwards.
Mackay taking this penalty that you saw unfold over that last passage of commentary there from the sidelines with Steve. Tap taken by Potter. And Mackay used to take it up. Young Brown scored the try in the first half. Goulet makes a break on the blind. Bradley supports. Donnelly chimes in. 30 metres out from the line.
Sorry, Ray, that was the same play we saw St George use in the first half where they were called back for forward pass.
Kenny. Now Coyne. Infield goes Heron. Bombarded by the defence. But already in the opening minute of play in the second half, St George have opened Illawarra up. Potter, taken by Linda. Mackay runs the blind side, trying to make the extra man through his presence on that rather narrow blind side. This is their last. Goldthorpe. Riolo goes up and comes down with the ball. Great take by David Riolo.
That's a magnificent take because he didn't really get the body in good position. He's had to reach for it after climbing. Gets good momentum, but you see the arms away from the body, just making it that little bit more difficult. He came up with a great take.
Goldspeak. Just looking at Bobby Linda, he was waving conspicuously to the bench. I don't know whether it's him or one of his teammates that's gone, but somebody's in some trouble out there. I see Craig Izzard is on the sidelines. Is Simon okay?
I thought Bobby Linda started the game in very fast fashion, but the longer that first half went, you could see that the wear and tear was starting to catch up a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if he is the man to come off shortly. Craig Izzard still on the sideline, pacing up and down as St George win the scrum 30 metres out from their own line.
Bradley. Mark Coyne. She's quick off the mark. Goldthorpe. Barnhill. St George easily getting over the advantage line, and we're only in the opening minutes of the second half. Sideline comments, Steve Roach.
Yeah, Dean Skiffeletti was supposed to be replaced by Craig Izzard, but he won't come off. The Illawarra skipper's staying there for a little while longer.
Brown wrapped up by Skiffeletti, who was hurt in that first half. Brown with no markers kicks ahead, and Riolo is the man that cleans it up. Britton. Pincinelli.
Paul, you get the feeling that St George just getting on top now.
Well, they've started well the second half. The defence has been great. A couple of clean breaks made by the Saints players. Here's a relieving penalty now to the Illawarra side. Illawarra must, if they want to win this game, they've got to score first in this half, no doubt about it. Got to get a try on the board as soon as possible. Give themselves a chance to, they are 7 behind, they've got to score a couple of times, but Saints' defence so far has been very good. I think clean breaks, Saints have already made 2 or 3 this half.
Cross.
So is that a yes?
Oui.
David Walsh. Goldspeak.
Barnhill claiming that there was a shepherd in there, turned straight to the referee. The referee waved his head. There's a run around here from John Simon, steps back inside. Well tackled low by Goulet.
Pincinelli. Gregor, inside ball. Riolo. Been grinding away at this St George line, Illawarra, but seldom, maybe Bobby Linda is the exception, have they been able to break it. Scrum to go down, 12 metres away from the St George line. Enormous crowd here. The more I look at it, I wonder just how close it is to the ground record.
The weather conditions tonight, Ray, are perfect for rugby league. Normally when we come to the Steelers Stadium, there's a wind that does play a role in the match. It's been fairly still out there tonight, good conditions to throw the ball around in, and a big crowd are taking advantage of coming out and watching their home side in such conditions.
Brad Mackay, 25 out from his own line. Rather strange scoreboard. 8 points to 1. Bradley on the end of a shoulder from Britain. And a little knock on, according to referee Clark. This is a chance for Illawarra here. Let's have a look and see what the man they call the Penguin does. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Jonathan Britton knocked the ball out for mine. And he actually gave up and gave Bradley a little pat on the shoulder before running back into the defensive position.
The Steelers should come away with this scrum win, 30 metres out from the St George line. Lock forward picked it up. John Cross, and he ran into a great tackle. Priddle must have come out of that front row very quickly. Simon, Fritz, McGregor, Rodwell runs the angle, but St George, 3 players there, 2 in fact, making the tackle. Goldspink straight up the centre. St George calling for numbers on the left. Skipoletti slow played the ball. Simon got away from Barnhill, beat another. 7 metres out. He mightn't be all that fast, but he's very strong. Fritz, Riolo, Rodwell. 2 metres from the line. Riolo, Simon, Goldspink, Pinchinelli, long pass out, Britton, he'll score! Jonathan Britton.
And a beautiful try out of the Steelers. They scored first. They're back in the game. 8 points to 5. Lovely pass in the end by Pinchinelli, but the original break put it down to John Simon. Beat 4 or 5 of them. From here, sloppy pass there. A couple of decoys ran through. Always had the numbers. Lovely pass all the same by Pinchinelli. Cut out a couple to an unmarked man. Britton over for the try.
Yeah, it's just numbers out wide there. Thought Ian Heron did a pretty poor job on the initial break coming in, put a lot of pressure on Michael Potter. And eventually when they went wide, you'll see that Graham Bradley does not come in defence. Now the pass that goes astray here actually helped Illawarra. This is the one, Goulet's in. Now as we freeze it there, you'll see Graham Bradley is well back. There's Noel Goldthorpe on that line there. As we play on, and that allowed Pinchinelli to go to the line. You still see Bradley backing away. And Jonathan Britton, he had McGregor inside him who could have taken the ball and scored as well.
So, eventually, the Illawarra Steelers are able to get across that St George line. 8 points to 5. Wishart with the attempted conversion, 24 metres out. Nearly on the sideline, as you can see. It'll require a tremendous kick. None from 2 tonight. There it goes, but again he's wide. No further points. 8-5, St George. Welcome back. Tremendous passage of play for both sides. Illawarra with their attack, St George with their defence just before that break. Priddle. 7 metres from the halfway mark. Tallis. Done a couple of good things since he's come on. Leaving out that penalty that he gave on Bob Linder. I'm not so sure there was anything malicious in what he was doing, though, to tell you the truth.
No, there was nothing. It was just a concern to the referee that the hand was there, but there was certainly nothing. No reaction from the tackled player as Riolo will take the ball just in the field of play, 10 out from his own line, and Scott Goulet leading the charge with Graham Bradley.
Goulet again. Well, how many tackles has he made now, Michael? I'm talking to our statisticians.
28 tackles. And he's leading the way for St George in that area. Hit-ups wise, he's made 10 as well and leading up there, so he's having a powerhouse game.
He's probably offered the St George side more breaks than any other individual as well.
Well, Illawarra have looked to utilise Neil Piccinelli in the same role as Scott Goulet, hitting the ball in the fringe of the ruck, but he hasn't been as effective, Piccinelli. And again, a kick out on the full from Illawarra. Graham Murray will have nightmares over the kicking game in the last 2 matches.
This is what they did to themselves in the Brisbane game.
Exactly, Paul.
Twice or 3 times in a row, they cost themselves 10, 12 points. Replacement coming on, Dean Callaway, who is a hooker. No doubt he will replace Skiffality.
There's hardly any advantage in finding touch these days anyway. Priddle. Goldthorpe. Barnhill. Smith. 8-5 the score. Goulet. Brown. Goldthorpe. Turns it inside. Hardy tried to juggle it back and Priddle is able to pick it up. Brown. This is the last field goal attempt by Goldthorpe. It looks good. 9-5 St George.
Well,
Drop goal for Noel Goldthorpe and 9-5 now the Dragons.
And why not just take the point if it's on offer? They've been down there a while. They go back now with a 4-point lead. A try in front. Still 15 minutes left on the clock, so a lot of time for both sides. But even this far out, Fatty, St George, I just can't see how Illawarra can lift themselves to beat them.
Their defence has been too good. The last-ditch defence as well has been tremendous. We saw Skiffality leave the field. Must admire him for his courage. He had a great game while he was out there. In the end, the injury took its toll, and Callaway's the man who's gone on.
Michael Potter carries the ball back 15 metres out from his own line. So St George leading by 4 points. Hardy. Priddle. Desperate tackle by Piccinelli. Riolo thought he might have picked it up and brought it back, but finds the line, 18 metres out. Dean Callaway on there for Illawarra in jumper 22. The way these matches are to be played over the weekend. A loss here for Illawarra is going to see them really struggling to stay in touch with the 5.
Both Canberra and Eastern Suburbs are involved in matches this weekend. They currently sit above Illawarra on the table. So if they can register a win, as you say, Ray, the gap just starts to increase.
Michael Neal running to Rod Wishart's wing, but Bradley, he was the centre on that side. Penalty goes to Illawarra. Tallis was not a marker. The referee ruled that he wasn't in position as a marker, so he was in fact offside. Now let's go to the sideline. Yes, Steve.
Yeah, the good thing for this St George side is they've got Noel Goldthorpe who's got a short kicking game, Tony Smith a long one, whereas Illawarra have to rely on John Simon.
Well, they don't if they have Ian Russell on the field, do they? And that's the question. When will he be back in the top grade?
And I've just cast doubt on the fact that Illawarra can get back into this game. That means there's a big chance of scoring here, so a big set of 6 for the Steelers.
Piccinelli to play it. They're wide and they're deep. The Steelers, is this their opportunity? Neal turns it back for Linda. The Saints were waiting for him, though. Brown and Priddle. This time McGregor throws the dummy, tries to go through. 5 gone. 9 metres from the line. Callaway. Simon. Again Bobby Linda. Now down for Rodwell. Rodwell tackled, and that's the end of the tackle count. Well, Linda and McGregor, particularly Linda, how many times has he tried to absolutely ramrod his way through St George tonight?
Once again though, Ray, the Illawarra Steelers just content to pass the ball straight out along the line. said at half-time if they change the point of attack, they will make some breaks. They did it once or twice and made some good ground earlier. Only Goulet saved a try earlier, but they really need to work on their attack.
That is something they do generally pretty well out there with McGregor, and Rod will do a scissors move or get a man coming back on the different angle. We haven't seen a lot of it. Bobby Linder, a big charge. It was a great tackle from Nathan Brown front on as well.
Now the penalty goes to the Steelers. That's against the young bloke for not striking the ball with his foot in the play the ball. Well, what do you do here?
10 to go. You take a kick to make it 9-7. It's right in front. John Simon, they've got a big decision to make here, and they take a quick tap.
Pincinelli. Well, what would you have done, Sterlo?
I'll tell you in a couple of tackles, mate.
Thank you, Peter. Simon. 2 metres from the line. Callaway. Cross. Neal. Michael Neal. 8 metres out. Bobby Linder from dummy half. Gets out of one. They're so close to the line. Neal. Cross. Great tackling by St George's. Goulet and Brown. Simon is down injured. Neal, Izzard, Rodwell. Heron makes the tackle. That's the turnover.
Well, I can't believe they didn't kick the goal, Ray. That was a good tackle there. Rodwell running into space. Heron made the decision he had to come in. It was the right one. The crowd appealing for a high tackle. St George again come up with the desperate defence when needed.
Well, when they sift through the remains of this game, St George's defence and this bloke's performance tonight, Scott Goulet, they'll be remembered. Steve Roach.
Well, St George obviously think they need a bit of brilliance. Phil Blake has taken the field in place of Gordon Tallis, and Tony Smith will move into the second row.
Smith's kick, an attempted charge down. John Britton will play it, but he's injured. Riolo, McGregor. Simon is coming off. Dale Fritz will go back on. Wishart.
Still in trouble, Jonathan Britton on the far side. Graham Bradley coming in to complete the tackle. There's a knock on there, Rod Wishart. Not real happy about it either. Only on the third tackle. Trying to get up to play the ball quickly, and the ball just popped out.
Goldthorpe. Well, out of all the Origin players, you've got to take your hat off tonight to Bobby Linder. Kick and chase by Blake. Riolo goes back urgently. Doesn't clean it up.
Blake's got it. No, he hasn't.
That's okay.
I knew he either did or didn't.
You're entitled to 2 wrong calls
And Dale
in
Fritz,
2 minutes. It's all right.
Dale Fritz is out there now. John Simon's left the field.
Michael Neal.
I think I got that right.
Pincinelli. 10 metres out from his own line. I think this might be gone for the Steelers, Fatty.
Still plenty of time, Ray. 6 minutes. They've got some great strike players there. Been very impressed with their 2 centres tonight. I think they've had great games. The man who kicked the ball, Rodwell, and also McGregor. They're the players who could get them back in the game.
Potter. Back over the halfway. Referee screaming out. Let him go. Let him go. Those ground effects mics, they're good sometimes.
Just ask Mel.
Barnhill. Hardy. (9-5), the Dragons leading. About 6 minutes of this match remaining. Bradley. This is the last. Goldthorpe. Puts it high. Riolo's underneath it. Well, again, the man marking the ball was given cover by his teammates. Rodwell.
Unfortunately for the Steelers, they're at the wrong end of the park and they're looking at a very, very tired side. Callaway's a freshman.
Wishart.
We can make some statements.
Wishart, inspired by a mistake that he made a few seconds ago. Now Neal punches it down the ground. Potter brings it back to the 30-metre line. 9-5 St George. 6 minutes to go, and the Dragons get a penalty. Illawarra offside, St George leading by 4. .75 gone. Don't forget the cricket live following the football tonight from Edgbaston. Second of the one-dayers. In fact, the sport coming to you on the 9 Network over the next few months is quite incredible. Rugby League and the cricket from England, Wimbledon, Barnhill. Goulet. Brown.
St George now, they'll be looking to get into a position, try and keep the pressure on Illawarra, and that means rolling the ball into the in-goal area if possible. With 22 out, so to take a very good kick. Instead, Goldthorpe, no, he's tried to get in there. Wishart does well. He's confronted by Coyne and Potter. Takes it 2 or 3 metres out from his own line.
Well, thanks to the Mitsubishi Motors people for the Friday Night Man of the Match Award, $1,000. Mitsubishi Motors, the Man of the Match Award people on Fridays. John Cross, 20 out from his own line. The chances for Illawarra's victory looking forlorn now. Wrong end of the field and the wrong side of the scoreboard. Michael Neal. Fritz inside for McGregor. Here's a chance. They're over the halfway. They lose it. Bobby Linder kicks it ahead. Donnelly will let it go.
Great cover again from St George, and it was combined tackle from Michael Potter and Nathan Brown. Brown has come up with a tremendous effort tonight, 33 tackles, and that one was an important one with Michael Potter. Linder putting the boot to the ball at the end of it. And over the sideline it goes.
Well, they made the break but ran out of players. No support on the inside from McGregor. It came too late. Someone's being told to go to the blood bin by Clark.
Tony Priddle and Neil Tierney coming on with 2 minutes left. All too late. St George should win this scrum and close the game down.
Interesting to know what Tony Priddle actually said to the referee, Steve Clark. He sent him to the bin. I think he might have doubted the referee's parentage. Mark Coyne. Saints just inside the 30-metre line. Brad Mackay.
It's really been a big effort from all the State of Origin reps tonight. Bobby Linder has been outstanding. I thought he'd get a rest, but Graham Murray's gone with him. Brad Mackay too has worked the place down. Mark Coyne every now and then has come into the play. Rob Wishart's been fairly quiet, but backing up a couple of days later after what we saw on Monday night is an effort in itself.
That's a very accurate little kick there by Noel Goldthorpe, just finding the line 20 metres out. He didn't go for anything too extravagant.
And I didn't mean to leave Paul McGregor out. He's been outstanding also.
Yeah, Bobby Linder's one of those players that the coach wouldn't like to give a rest because he's always capable of putting something on out of the ordinary. Hoping he's had a great game tonight. Started well, and he's been involved all through the match.
McGregor fading across the ground, trying to put Riolo into a gap. Dale Fritz just outside their own 20-metre line. Full-time siren must only be seconds away now. McGregor, Callaway, Piccinelli. Riolo up in the line. Fritz tries to step inside Mackay. McGregor. Piccinelli. Neal. There's the siren. Neal goes for a desperate kick and chase. It doesn't come off. St. George wins. St. George defeating Illawarra 9-5 to go back to the top of the league ladder.
This has been a Fox Sports production.